Dimensional analysis practice. Table salt contains 39.33 grams of sodium per 100 grams salt. This U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommends that adults consume less than 2.40 grams of sodium per day. A particular snack mix contains 1.25 grams salt per 100 grams of the mix. What mass of the snack mix can an adult consume and still be within the FDA limit? Assume 3 significant figures for 100 grams. For me personally, when I read word problems, as much as I feel like I have dimensional analysis down, I always get a little bit antsy because when I just read a paragraph, I lose my train of thought and forget what I read at the beginning. That's me personally. So sometimes students think that just because a problem is lengthier, it's more challenging, and that's not always necessarily the case. And to just help really figure it out, for me, I like to create a plan and just pick it apart piece by piece, just because that's how I read. I always take notes so that I can absorb the information a little bit more. So starting with just the first sentence, table salt contains 39.33 grams of sodium per salt. So I write with just what am I given here? 39.33 grams of sodium, Na, per 100 grams of salt. That's what I'm given. So my first sentence I've read. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommends that adults consume less than 2.4 grams of sodium per day. So we want to only take in 2.4 grams of sodium per day. That's how much we want to consume. A particular snack mix contains 1.25 grams salt per 100 grams of the mix. So I have 1.25 grams salt per 100 grams mix. Okay. Then I realize what it's asking for. What mass of the snack mix can an adult consume and still be within the FDA limit? So you want the grams of mixture. That's what you're looking for. So then what I like to do is I like to start with creating myself a little plan and writing what I know. So I know that I want to end with grams of mixture. And to get to grams of mixture, I need to cancel out mixture. So then I see, to get here, I will have to use this conversion factor. If I place it on top, 100 grams mix over the 1.25 grams salt, I would be left with just the mixture. Okay, well then I get to a problem and I see, well, now I have to get rid of salt. So from my other two factors that I'm given, I see that this first one will help me get rid of the unit salt. So then if I place 100 grams of salt on the top over 39.33 grams of sodium. Okay, then my grams of salt now will go away. Well, now I have grams of sodium. And then I get to my last part and I see that if I multiply it by 2.40 grams sodium, the grams of sodium will cancel. And if you plug all of that in, your answer will be 488 grams of mixture. Instead of working backwards, you can always work forwards and you can see, all right, I know that I only want to consume, or can consume, I should say, 2.4 grams of sodium. So another way. I only can take in 2.4 grams of sodium. All right, well, I want to know the mixture in the end, like how much is in this mixture that I can take, how many grams. So I have to get to mixture. So step by step, I look for units. All right, my first one is the only one that can get rid of sodium. So then again, I would put my 100 grams of salt over 39.33 grams sodium, which will then take rid of my sodium. Then I want mixture. So then my last part that was given will give me the mixture, 100 grams of the mix over 1.25 grams salt. And then you can see grams salt go away, and you would be left with 488 grams mixture. Doesn't matter how you piece it together, whether it's something that you start with or end with. It's honestly just looking at, these are the units that I have, and this is what I want in the end. How do I work my conversion factors to honestly just get rid of what I don't want and end up with what I do want?